It's just probably a short video on adding dates to slideshows. So basically, another video I'm doing, not this particular one here, but another video doing, I want to put the dates of some pictures on a slideshow, so I can basically show when they were taken. So we have a bit of an issue, or on the bits with the text simple function, or filter, sorry. Oops, not that. That normally, if you want to stick a creation date in, it will give you a creation date. But if you have a look at the underlying file, the date here it's got here is the actual modified date. One of the bits you can't seem to do at the moment is take the EXIF data, because really what I really want is the EXIF data of when it was taken. But in this case, I just want to do the file name. So if you add this particular text simple with the sort of hash code, I guess, of created date, as you step through, it would just give you the date of when the files were done. What I have found is it uses a bit of Windows command prompts to try and change things around about. I tested with a file first of all, which was to get a particular file, find a creation date, and then basically and find out when it was last, when it was last written to, and find out when the creation date was, and see if I can actually update them. So I've got a little script I was testing with. So if we have a look at the last write time of a file, what we can do is from a prompt. So I was playing with this already. So this is just a Windows PowerShell. So we've taken that. If we look at this particular folder, what these files are, it basically lists all the dates of when these files were copied in, which is not actually, which is basically the modified dates, but I don't actually want that. I want the created dates. So let's stop that. So if I look in the, again in this folder, I should be able to get the creation dates of all these files. So I've got a copy of the original folder here at the moment because I'm not playing with the original one, because I don't want to mess all the dates up. There's also a little bit funny thing, if because a lot of these files are stored on a NAS, basic network attached storage, the problem is, and that's running sort of a version of Linux, it's a Synology NAS. So the problem we get here is when you copy between machines, it actually modifies the creation date, which is also a bit annoying. So you have to be a little bit careful if you're moving stuff around that you don't lose all your dates. Anyway, I've got a list of all the originating of the dates, what it should be. So not quite tested this yet, but what I'm just going to do is for each of the files, so basically there's a little loop. So what I'm going to do is go through the current folder, which is where I am here. Basically get all the files. So basically we're going to get the files, we're going to associate it with a variable called file, and then what we're going to do is, oops, down here, going to get each item and the file name, and get the last write date, which is what I've tested up here originally. And then what we're going to do is make the last write date equal the same file name again, and we're going to take the creation date. So what this should do is overwrite the last write date with the creation date. So if we go for here, in this case last write date is modified, so it's this bit here, and I want to take this created date here. So not sure if it's going to work, I haven't tried this yet, so let's just see what it does. Just paste that, and oops, that didn't quite work as expected. Bear me whilst I pause, try and fix whatever I've just messed up. Right, I think I know what I've done. I was copy pasting this around here. I've got too many brackets. So essentially that's one item there. Not sure what the squiggly brackets around this does offhand, so I don't really do, I haven't done much PowerShell coding. Essentially got one block here, the last write time, and another block here, the creation time, and then we end. So I think, oh sorry, this is actually the code block it's going to execute, so because this is doing a for each here. Basically, this is the start of the code block. It's going to cycle round for each item it gets with this get child item. So, taking the aberrant right bracket, round brackets off the end here. So now it matches. So let's try that again. So that should be better. So let's just give it a minute. There's a whole bunch of files in there because I just copied and pasted basically loads of files, and it should step through all of them. Blah 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 blah. Right, this is actually on a map drive to my NAS, so this may take a moment. So let me just pause it until it finishes. Right, we've had some moments later, it's finally trawled its way through. So if we go back to, oops, I've lost it. What was I looking at? Last write time. So if we go back for the last write time, hopefully this should now list the files as they were. Let's see if I can find that file again. Yep, so this particular one, so it's now changed the modifier to be the same as created date. And hopefully, let's just move these out of the way. Okay, so let's just delete that filter. Not sure if it's going to pick it up again because it's cached a whole bunch of stuff. So what am I doing? Filters, add filter. Let's get our text simple. Let's go to the time code and let's put in creation date. Oh, okay, that didn't actually do that. Can we refresh this? Did that do something? Oops. Okay, that's still okay, so might have to did that refresh it? Okay, still has a current value. So bear me a moment. So what I shall do is just pause it and just re-add these again. Okay, so I've re-added them again. Oops. And it should hopefully just step through items and change the dates accordingly. So this the filter is still applied against the whole playlist. So it should, oh there we go, so it's modified that date and doing stuff. So yeah, so essentially you have to delete your playlist as it's what's added from the last playlist and basically add it again, at which point then it should work. So that was just a quick overview, well not a quick overview, it's taken nearly 10 minutes to do that, playing around. But yeah, so it should be fairly straightforward, so I hope that is useful.